have these sativas to try and keep up, all right? Let's get it out of the way right now, all right, guys? My last name is Welfare. That is not a stage name, all right? My business card is a welfare card that looks like a bridge card, all right? It is for real. My only saving grace, 2 L's on the last name. I was able to afford the second one. I'm a little bit of a baller, all right, JR? I am. Dude, I am also a homeowner. I gotta tell you this story, man. This last fall, guys, I ended up having a skunk living underneath my back porch. Now, guys, I grew up in the country, and if you had a skunk living underneath your back porch, you just shot that shit. Problem solved, right? But now, I live in the city limits of Lansing, and the police there frown upon what they call unnecessary gunshots. Go figure, right? Right. So anyways, I went online, tried to look up all the humane ways to get rid of skunks. Tried them all. None of them worked. Ended up having to call pest control. Pest control came out. Within 5 minutes of him being there, he goes, "Excuse me, Mr. Welfare, do you smoke marijuana?" I was like, "Yeah, why? You want to smoke a bowl?" He's like, no, I do not want to smoke a bowl. "Mr. Welfare, you are aware that skunks are attracted to the smell of marijuana?" I was like, "Dude, I'm not the expert here." He's like, "Mr. Welfare, quick fix, all right? All you gotta do, sprinkle a little ammonia around the property and your skunk problem will be gone." He's like, "No shit." So guys, I tried it out. Dude, worked like a charm, man. Skunk problem gone. The only thing now is, I have a shit ton of meth heads roaming around the property, so I don't know, man. Problems of being a homeowner, I guess. Guys, if you didn't know this about me, I love to mess with people, man. Like, even if I agree with you, I might disagree with you just to get a reaction. Last night, no different. I was at the grocery store, U-scan line, right? Had a couple college-age girls standing in front of me. They were talking global warming. My inner monologue goes, "Dave, you gotta fuck with these girls. Change your voice and mess with these girls." I was like, "All right, inner monologue, I will, all right?" Global warming, that is fake news, ladies. There is no such thing as global warming, all right? Oh, one of them just turned around, stared a hole right through my soul, and goes, "Oh, really, mister? Really? Then why don't you explain to me why the glaciers are melting?" I was like, "Glaciers melting, more fake news." Listen up, sisterhood of the traveling pants, all right? Glaciers ain't melting, all right? Glaciers are just losing weight, and I, for one, am all for a healthier glacier, you know? My motto is, let's make glaciers great again. That's when she called me an asshole, and I chalked that shit up as a victory, so. You might be saying to yourself right now, "Gee, Dave, why were you at the store last night?" I'm going to tell you, guys, I was there getting myself a Stouffer's 5-cheese frozen lasagna because I am killing it at life, yeah. And they're delicious. But gang, I pulled this box out of the freezer door, right? I looked at it, I saw something on there, blew my mind. Looked at the box, it said 11 servings. Few of you guys get it. Those of you who aren't laughing, guys, that's not even an even fucking number. How the hell is this possible, all right? Only thing I can think of is maybe we've been cutting our lasagna wrong all along, you know? Instead of cutting in little squares, maybe we should have been cutting it in strips. And I know that looked weird the first time someone sees you cutting your lasagna like that, being like, "Dude, what the fuck are you cutting your lasagna like that for?" You're like, "Back off, Scott! It's fucking Stouffer's! How else am I supposed to get the 11th serving?" Maybe that should be Stouffer's new slogan too. "Back off, it's fucking Stouffer's." Dude, I like aggressive advertising. Most likely, though, what happened there, Big Boss Man was like, "Holy shit, man, it's going to cost way too much to reprint this. Just go ahead and put it out there, all right? Who's really going to notice? Some comedian in Michigan?" Yeah, some comedian in Michigan did notice, and Stouffer still hasn't responded to my tweet. #assholes. Yeah. Dude, I'm a huge sports fan, man. So happy that sports are back. Fans are in the stand, dude. It's awesome, man. My low during the pandemic is when basketball, the college basketball tournament got canceled. Guys, I know people were dying, but no one around me died, so my low was the basketball being canceled, all right? But the pandemic gave me a lot of time to think about things, like who the luckiest athlete out there in sports is. And guys, I think I got it, man. Luckiest athlete out there in all sports? Triple Crown winner in horse racing. Yeah, I know. Some of you guys look, "Dave, you're going to have to explain this one, all right? Listen up, man. All this horse has to do is win 3 races. 3 races. Then it gets to retire. Gets to be put out to stud. Gets to hump all the horse hooch it wants, man. Yeah. Dude, companies are coming in paying billions of dollars to jerk these beasts off to get it seed to try and breed the next Triple Crown winner. Guys, that is the life, all right? That is the American dream. I guess what I'm trying to say here is I don't remember that being offered to Jordan after either of his 3 peats, you know? Dude, I watched that Last Dance documentary like 3 times during the pandemic. Nowhere was it mentioned. Could you imagine if it was, though? That'd be hilarious, man. That'd be hilarious. Michael, come on in here. Michael, Congratulations on another three-peat. Mike, that is a hell of an accomplishment. Mike, we here at the NBA, we took notice, and we got an offer for you. Mike, we'd like to offer you early retirement. One catch though, Mike. We'd like to put you out there, breed more little Air Jordans for future NBA seasons to come. Mike, what do you say? It's a hell of a deal. Yeah, we were going to offer that to Magic, but that shit blew up in our face. Oh, really? That shit happened in 92. Get over it, all right? I'll get out of here on this one, all right? Guys, as of this morning, when I stepped on the scale, I was down 74 pounds. Let me hear it. Thank you. I was going through a ton of health issues, man. One of which I was passing a ton of kidney stones, man. So much so I had to go, I know I was there, dude. So much so that I had to go in the doctor. And the doctor was concerned, so they did some x-rays down here. When they did those x-rays, they found 3 spots that looked to be cancerous. So they wanted to rule that out. So gang, they scheduled me for a scope down here, which is just as bad as it sounds, because when they go in and do a scope, they go in with a tool about the size of a number 2 pencil. And this is what they tell you. Oh, you'll feel slight pressure, but it won't hurt too bad. Bullshit, all right? Bullshit. This test, it hurt like the dickens, no pun intended, all right? Gang, the only good thing about this test were the results. Thank God they came back cancer-free. Thank you. So I'm getting ready to get out of there, man. I'm putting my pants back on. All of a sudden, the doctor comes in and goes, all right, David, listen up. Later on today, when you have to pee, it's going to hurt really, really bad. It's like, whoa, time out here, right? Back up, right? Stick a number 2 pencil up my dick hole. Slight pressure won't hurt too bad. Peeing, something I've done since I came out the vag, is now going to hurt. Well, gang, the wuss I am, I held it. I held it, dude. I held it until I couldn't hold any water. But I was like, I gotta go. So I ran into the bathroom. I unzipped my pants. I pulled it out. I released. And guys, instead of pee coming out, my dick, it went. Guys, I cock-queefed. And it tickled. Dude, and I know when I was going to cock-queef, I would have had out my phone. I would have been recording this. I would have uploaded it to all my social media sites. Probably would have been banned 3 days. I don't know how that shit works, dude. Had I known I was going to cock-queef, I would have sold tickets to this shit, dude. I would have like, step brother, get your tickets to the cock-queef. $10, get you in to see the dick go. Well, guys, I don't know what you paid for this show. I'm pretty damn sure it was free, but I guarantee you $10 is a reasonable price to see my dick do that. Because it was just like each and every one of you, man. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks for coming out and supporting all of us in town, man. My name's Dave Welfare.
I'm excited to be here. This is like the craziest fucking place ever for like stand-up comedy. Like I walked in the back. And like this lady walks up to me, she's like, hey, how are you doing? And I'm looking around, I'm like, I didn't bring anything for the potluck. Was I supposed to bring a beanie weenies or something? I don't. I like how it's like set up in 2 different ways, right? Like the front of the house up here, it's set up like a fucking wake with a concession stand. I just imagine like standing over there like bawling my fucking eyes out. She's like, oh, did you know Bob? Would you like a soft pencil? The back of the house is like, they need to turn this over as soon as it's over. Like, the Antique Roadshow's coming in tomorrow, people. We gotta fucking go. Get out of here. Fuck. This place is amazing. Thank you for coming here, Brian. I fucking love this place. I don't know if you can tell or not, I'm so excited to be doing comedy again, man, with the pandemic and everything. Like, I had to take some time off, so it's so fucking great to be telling jokes and on stage again. But with that in mind, you know, because of the pandemic and everything, if we could just, if everyone is all right with it, if we could just take a deep breath and have a quick moment of silence. Not for like the COVID victims or anything. I'm married and have 4 kids and just need a moment of fucking silence. Seriously, it's the longest 18 fucking months ever. Don't get me wrong, I feel bad for the COVID victims. I do. I sent him my thoughts and prayers. But let's be honest, if thoughts and prayers worked, I wouldn't have 4 kids. You know why I don't have 5 kids? Science. Oh, unpucker. It's not an abortion joke. It's a vasectomy joke. Oh, you guys, abortion joke, you pucker right up. Self-mutilation, you're like, no, that's good. I'm okay with that. No, that's good. We checked that off. Oh, man. This pandemic was so fucking long, man. It was so long. Being with those kids all the time. But I learned a lot of things, and I found out some new things. Here's one of the things that I found out. My watch has a decibel reader on it. I found out, apparently, I pee really loud. Also, apparently that joke wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. I'm from Chicago, so I live over in Chicago, so we had to lock down a lot more. We just had the mask mandate go back in, so like everything started to slow down and shut down again. So I'm freaking out, man, because I already spent too much time drinking. Like, how many people, like over here, did you guys ever really stop doing fucking anything? It's okay, I'm not here to fucking judge you. Like, it's fine. Like, because over there they had to shut down, so I was just drinking like a goddamn fish. Did you guys drink the entire time? Man. I had to start switching it up, finding different things to drink, right? Because I couldn't just drink whiskey all the time. Well, I mean, I could, but let's be honest. So I went to the liquor store, and I found this stuff called, it's Dominican, and it's called Mama Wamba, or Wamba Mamba. Apparently, they take bark from a tree that was probably freshly shat on by a dog. They marinate it in red wine and rum. Yeah, like, the best way that I could think to describe it is like if Natty Ice made a sangria. Fucking awful. I just had to say that. So I switched from drinking to cannabis. I had to go back old school. Fucking cannabis. Fuck hell yeah. Which reminds me, you guys remember Dave Wahlberg came up here just like a little bit ago? He was talking about when he first came up, he was like, hey, y'all gonna have to excuse me. I'm on Stativa right now. I didn't realize Stativa was making a strain called cocaine. Holy fuck. Dude was fucking wired. But I switched over to the cannabis. It's a lot easier. I like it because you can just get fucked up and you wake up in the morning, you hop out of bed, you're like, yes, let's go, you know? Like, it's not like that fucking Natty Ice. You wake up in the morning and you're like, no, I need more of that because I want to forget everything, right? But I don't smoke it, mainly because I have the 4 kids around, right? Like, I don't want them to smell it. They're still young, right? I have an 11-year-old, a 10-year-old, and 6-year-old twins, right? Yeah, that's the proper response. So I don't want them to like smell how high I am, right? Like I just want them to fucking see it. So I'm a big fan of the edibles. Big fan of the edibles. And the good thing about cannabis being legal is you go to the dispensary, right? When you walk into this dispensary now, like it's literally like this is what I would think it would like be coming into heaven. Like you just open it up, and you're like, whoa, like it's fucking amazing. And they have all these different flavors and all these different doses and everything, but you know exactly what you're getting, right? I'm getting a 5 milligram dose. I'm getting a 10 milligram dose. It's perfect. You know what to do. I can take this whole thing, and I know what it's going to do to me. I can take half of it. I know what it's going to do to me. So I've been doing that for a while, and then I realized, you know what? I should probably check on my old guy, right? My old dealer. He's probably down in the dumps a little bit. Yeah, no. Business has been fucking great for him. I come in, he's got a brand new flat screen TV and a car. He's like, things are great. I'm like, yeah, apparently. So I ask him, I'm like, hey man, I just want to get some edibles. Do you have any? Because dealers, regular guys, they don't have it all the time, right? It's not something that's a regular on the menu. So he's like, yeah, I got something. He hands me this fucking gummy that's like the size of my fist. And I'm looking at this thing, I'm like, how much is this? You know, like, well, how much is this? And he goes, 30. And I was like, oh, 30 milligrams. He goes, no, $30. Do you fucking want it? And I'm like, okay, yeah. It's a great price, man. So I get this shit, I take it home, and I'm like, all right, put the kids to bed, everything's good, I'm getting ready to go to sleep. Or, you know, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to fucking eat some of this. Try it out, right? I wasn't watching the fucking demonstration, Brian, my bad. So I'm like, I'm just going to try a bit of this, right? And see what it's like. So I just bite a corner of it off. Like an hour and a half later, I'm having a conversation with a fish in a fish tank that I don't fucking have. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was cool. I worked out some stuff with my dad, which apparently needed to be done. But have you ever been so high that you just gotta touch somebody? You just have to be grounded by somebody that's not, you know, high, that you can just feel good. So I go to bed. I'm just like, I'm gonna lie down next to my bed. So I'm lying in the bed, my wife's lying right there, and I just keep. And every time I touch her, so like I touch her for like the 4th time in a row, and she goes, "We are not fucking tonight." And I'm like, look, man, I don't even know if I can find the hole right now. I just need to make sure you're there. I'm gonna have a conversation with this crow over here and try and figure out why in the hell Tom Cruise was the lead in The Last Samurai. All right, guys, my name's Mike. Thanks a lot.
My bad. Man, it wasn't a long run. He had me in the back. I don't know if that was a racial thing or not. Man, but what's going on? How you doing? Y'all good? Y'all good? Okay, look, I'm not from here, okay? I'm from Toledo, you know what I'm saying, via Detroit, but I've never been around here. But they say Grand Rapids, okay, Floyd Mayweather, okay. I'm like, okay, so I'm thinking some black folks. So I normally come out like, hey, what up, my nigga? Hey. I can't do that here because it looked like some of y'all ancestors used to be like, yep, you my nigga for real, man. You know what I'm saying? We not about to do that. No, listen. Yo, listen, man, race is a funny thing, man. Race is a funny thing. If you can't tell, I am down with the swirl. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's not my fault, okay? The best thing that a racist man can do for me is have a daughter. Okay, it's crazy. My bad, was that too dark? He said the same thing about his grandson, all right? It is what it is. But no, I'm like, shit, but where should I go? All right, yeah, but no. But listen, white guys, I'm just playing. I'm not gonna do what you think I'm gonna do. And try to have sex with all the white women here, okay? I'm not gonna do that. I left mine at home. No, for real. I had to give up the habit. You guys are fucking dangerous, man. Dangerous as fuck. Like, the first time me and my ex-girlfriend was driving in like a fucking car, right? She has a convertible, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I was driving her shit, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know, don't laugh too hard, you might be racist for real. No, okay, so anyway, I'm fucking driving the car, right? It's just nice and shit. We got the rap music. She's like, yeah, you know, everything's cool. And then I thought a spider fucking got on me, and do you know what? That was her fucking hair. I was like, man, I'm glad she had insurance. I fucking totaled that shit. Shit was dangerous as fuck. And then number two, you guys, you know, I love you guys, but you're liars, okay? You know what I'm saying? No, listen. Hear me out, okay? Like, the first time me and my girl was having interracial relations, you know what I'm saying? Listen, everything was cool, right? She got me because she said, you know, I don't see color. And I'm like, that makes this stupid. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know, and then, you know what I'm saying? The first time we're having sex, she's like, oh, give me that big black cock. I said, wait a minute, goddammit. Bitch, you lied. Liar. Oh, it's just crazy, it's crazy. Ah, shit, man. You know, speaking of shit, man, does anybody, if you get nervous, do you shit a lot? Anybody? No, you, okay, well anyway, me, I get nervous and I get the shits, okay? So I'm about to tell you fellas, listen, everyone in here shits unless you got a little bag and then it's still technically shitting, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? Look, fellas, the ladies have it. The ladies have the best motherfucking bathrooms ever. I'm about to tell you this one time, I had to go shit one time. I'm on the road for a fucking comedy show because, believe it or not, they pay me for this shit. Brian did. But I do get paid for this shit. Okay, so anyway, one time I'm driving like, oh, I gotta shit, this show's gonna be huge. I run into this restaurant. It was a fancy restaurant. It wasn't for me, it wasn't the Arby's or anything that they look like they serve black people. But anyway, I ran straight to the bathroom. Listen, I ran straight to the bathroom. I went in there, and first thing, I opened the door, I noticed I got spritzed by some shit that came from bed, bath, and beyond something. I was like, what? And then all of a sudden I heard Adele. Real shit. She said, hello? I said, Adele? She said, it's me. I said, what? I seen you running from your car. You gotta poop or pee. I said, bitch, I gotta pee. She said, that way. So anyway, if I can go in the bathroom, I'm sitting there shitting, and fellas, number one, it's a higher toilet. I don't know why they don't have to go as far, but anyway, it was higher, and it had an hibiscus in the corner. You know what I mean? Yep. Hibiscus, marijuana plant is not the only leaf I know, okay? I have a fake fucking high school diploma. Saying, you know. Anyway, I know horticulture is a word. But anyway, in the corner, it was a hibiscus, and over here, it had a magazine stand, and I'm like, wow, but over there, it had a coat rack. I'm like, shit, this is great. So anyway, I sit down, I pick up a magazine that had Cosmo in it, and I'm like, I'm flipping, bullshit, 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 bullshit. Sex advice, pow. And so this one, I don't know the lady's name, I don't know, Silly Sally, I don't know her name, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, she's like, ladies, if you want to spice up your sex life, the next time you're going down there, you know what I'm saying, giving your man head, put a finger in his butt. Ladies, don't you fucking do that. Because you're going to find out one or two things. You're going to find out that he might hit you in the forehead, or he has some things that he might want to tell you later. Anyway, you just can't surprise anybody with a finger up your ass. No, but anyway, but listen, I got to tell you. And then all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, but anyway, I'm looking over and I see the toilet paper and then I see this box, okay? And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, this is a wonderful experience. I got spritzed by some smell goods. I fucking got serenaded by Adele. You know, it's fucking waterfall in the corner. I didn't tell you about Magic Mike, but he was in there too with Tyler. Anyway, so I'm in there, and so I'm reading through Cosmo. Now, I put my hand in the little box that's there, because I'm thinking it's some chocolates or something. Because this was a wonderful fucking experience. So when I put my hand in the fucking box, I put my hand out, and motherfucking tampons and shit fucked up my whole day. No, that's a real life story. Why the fuck? Well, fellas, don't do that. Like, they fucked up the whole experience. And shit was like, I was getting the greatest head of my life, and then right before I came, she bit it. It was terrible. Where can I go from here? And another thing about the Caucasian women, I love you guys. You guys are great. You know what I'm saying? Because of you, I know about Pinterest and fucking couponing. It's great, excellent. But the one thing you guys do, you have the best intentions, but you don't always see shit through, okay? For example, me and my ex-girlfriend, right, she, you know what I'm saying, she knows I love chicken, and, okay, somebody might be racist, okay, because, no, for real, because that's not a black thing to love chicken, y'all, because y'all white people put y'all favorite shit with, you know what I'm saying, Because y'all white people put y'all favorite shit or our favorite shit, and then you got beer batter, okay? So don't talk shit. Listen, so anyway, I fucking come home one day, right? House smells like chicken. I'm like, okay, that's Lori's. Okay, she know about the seasonings, right? So I'm fucking geek. House smells like chicken, you know what I'm saying? And she's just sitting there looking at me. You know. So I fucking come home, I look on the table, there's no chicken. Okay, no big deal, no big deal. Bing! Pop it with the microwave. No chicken. Hold up. So then I'm like, okay, she about to, I don't know, she about to cook the body or something. I don't know if it's cheating, I don't know what's going on. Because I'm a black guy, come home, I smell chicken. She's white. It was a nigga here somewhere, I don't understand. So anyway, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I looked in the refrigerator because she might have put some Tupperware or something anyway. So at this time, she fucking looks at me and she sees I'm pissed. And she's like, surprise! And then I'm like, what? She's like, oh my God. You know how much you love chicken? And KFC has a fireplace log. And when you burn it, it smells like chicken, but there's no chicken. When I tell you I ain't never been as mad as a white woman I've been that night. And at that moment, I tell you, I realized something. Fucking OJ did that shit. Look, man, listen. Yeah, no, he did. Listen, I'm about to leave you on this note. Because I do tell stories. I'm about to tell you about the first time I had sex with a Caucasian woman, okay? And she was wonderful. I'm sitting there giving her the BBC. Pow, pow. And I'm not talking about the British television, okay? I'm not. I'm giving her the BBC, and she's fucking loving it. And she's doing all that shit that you see on fucking Pornhub. She's, yeah. So I'm like, okay, this shit is great. And so she's like, you know, hit me. So I'm like, oh. I flipped her over. I did what all black dudes do. Pow, I hit her on the ass with my dick. Okay, kind of like my whip. Pow, I did. She's like, oh yeah. So I flip her over, I'm hitting it. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, hit me again. And I'm like, what? She's like, hit me again. And then at that moment, I had what I call a Black Morris moment. Have you ever seen Saved by the Bell? Okay, well, I'm sitting there hitting this shit. And I'm like, and she's like, hit me. I'm like, hold on. Self. What? Are you about to hit this? Shut up. So anyway, I'm back. So I'm hitting it. She's like, hit me. And so I'm like, no. She's like, hit me, you pussy. So I'm like, okay. I smashed the bitch, right? She goes crazy again. Oh, wow. Crazy. And then she's like, oh, hit me again. And I'm like, she goes crazy, and then she's like, hit me. I'm like, no. She's like, hit me. I'm like, no. She's like, hit me. I'm like, she's like, no. She's like, hit me, you fucking nigger. Man, I beat that bitch ass, right? And then she was like, oh, I'm coming. I said, bitch, I'm leaving. I drove all the way to Grand Rapids on suspended license. Now I'm hitting white women. Listen, hey, my name is Ron Kelly. Thanks for laughing with me. And if you don't know who I am on there, it's the name that looks like the black guy. Okay? Appreciate you. Thank you.